Okay, so everything we're doing today is on a mat, and it's to help with knee and hip pain. Now don't forget, everything's connected. So I'm just using a simple playground ball that I picked up at the grocery store. This ball can help connect the dots. So in other words, it can help activate inner thigh muscles, core strength that will help the hips and the knees move more freely and out of pain. And we're also going to use it to work the ankles and to release the tight fascia around the feet and the ankles. Okay? All right, so first what I'm going to say is absolutely start with the bridge. The ball's between the knees, always, always. Now, bridge in Pilates is called hip roll. So you're going to imprint and roll through the hips to lift up to the bridge. It should feel really nice, almost like a cat stretch. Okay? So when you lie down on your floor, on your mat, on a beach towel, whatever, my arms are long, my fingertips should be touching my heels, okay? So I'm gonna start neutral, breathing in, so my low back doesn't necessarily have to hit the mat when your feet are on the floor. That means you're neutral. If your low back is sinking down, that's okay. But we're going to imprint, which means we're gonna squeeze our stomach in without using the glutes. That's a big difference. It's subtle, but instead of like thrusting to put your low back on the mat, you're just kind of squeezing the belly button in toward the spine. And in Pilates, we call it rolling hips up to ribs, okay? And another really good way of figuring this out is if you raise your arms over your chest and you bring your fingertips and your thumbs together. See how it forms like a little triangle? Almost looks like a Hershey kiss. So you want to put the thumbs on your belly button and the fingertips on the pubic bone. Okay, so that area is going to squeeze together and then roll up to the rib cage as you peel the tailbone all the way up into a high bridge position. So the shoulder bridge, right, is the destination. But the way you get to the bridge in Pilates isn't just like thrusting your hips up. It's engaging the core and then pull your stomach in and then peel the tailbone up. So you're rolling through the spine to lift up to the bridge. That's really important. And then you're going to soften at the sternum and you're going to roll back down. So you're softly and slowly pull your stomach in as hard as you can, rolling through the spine and placing the vertebrae one at a time on the mat. So it's almost like by the time that tailbone hits the mat, I always joke around, it's like putting a wine glass on a countertop. Like you're gonna go nice and easy. Okay, a granite countertop, you know what I'm saying? So start breathing in, squeeze the ball, exhale, pull your stomach in, peel the tailbone up. Now here you're at your bridge. So it's one long line, shoulders, hips to knees. You try to come up as tall as you can, but you want the rib cage flat. So in yoga, right, like yoga people will say like, come up high, high, high. They want the bridge to be almost like a mini back bend. Pilates asks us to stay neutral. So you are toning the low back here, but you're flattened at the rib cage. So you're nice and tight and strong. Now I want you to hold it up here and squeeze the ball 10 times with a exhale, okay? So it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe in. Now squeeze the ball and roll through the spine to release any tension in the spine. So it's really good for your back and it just relaxes everything about the muscles in the back and it engages your core. Okay, let's add on. So that's a hip roll up to the bridge. Let's try it again. Breathe in, squeeze the ball, hug it and peel the tailbone up. And now I'm just gonna add on some intensity here. So big karate chop here at the front of the hips. You're gonna drop your bum down to a hover. Don't let it totally rest on the mat. And then you're gonna lift it up, okay? So it's lower, inhale. Exhale, lift. Now when you lift, squeeze the ball. Let's do 10 of those. Ready? 10. Breathe in, breathe out. 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 Breathe in, breathe out, 3. Lower, lift and squeeze, 2. And last one, hold it up. You can even raise your arms over the chest. Take a big breath in. Relaxing the arms in the shoulder socket as you softly squeeze the belly, roll down. So you're rolling your hips down. And then just hug the knees to chest a little bit, rock left to right. So that's your shoulder bridge. Try to just engage the core as you lift your hips up to the bridge. Squeeze the ball 10 times, lower lift 10 times, squeezing the ball, and then just softly lower it back down. Okay, now the ball, if you put it in between the ankles, it's kind of interesting because it breaks up that tightness in the fascia around the ankles and your lower calves, okay, which really helps with knees. So what that means to you is you're gonna pedal up your feet. Now when I say pedal, I mean small, okay? So think like a tricycle or whatever. So you're just kind of like that, like a baby pedal. And that area that we were talking about before, when we did the triangle, right? The lower abs should feel like they're in a washing machine. Okay, so you're getting core, but you're also breaking up the tightness in the ankles, so which will help with your knees, okay? So I'm gonna ask you to do this, breathing in and out, 10 times. 9, 8, 7. Every time you exhale, 6, you're drawing the abdominals in more firmly. Think about flattening your stomach. 5, inhale, exhale, keep pedaling, baby pedal. 4, breathe in, breathe out. 3, 2, and last one. Good, now hold your knees in tabletop. This is a core exercise, and you're gonna bend and stretch. So it's bend, inhale, and exhale, stretch. Inhale, bend. Breathe a little bit, and stretch. Okay, so this is hard. This isn't a stretch, feel good stretch. This is a Pilates stretch. All right, we're gonna do 10 of those. Breathe in, 10, exhale, stretch. Inhale, 9, exhale, stretch. Now, if this is too much, you can even lift your legs higher toward the ceiling and make it a little easier, okay? But try to get to like a diagonal line. That's 7. Breathe and bend. Exhale, 6. Inhale, bend. Exhale, 5. We're going to go 4 and good. Bend and stretch. 3, bend and stretch. 2. This is a lot of core. You're flattening that stomach, getting extension of those muscles. Raise the legs up. And now we'll just do the reverse crunch, okay? Now reverse crunch doesn't have to be like, you know, like swinging the legs up, okay? You're just engaging the lower abs to just kind of squeeze and tuck under just a little bit. And I always say, like, imagine you flex your feet and imagine you have like a tray of drinks on the top of your feet. So like facing the ceiling, and you don't want to spill the drinks. So imagine you have like a tray of hot cocoa and the whipped cream is on there and everything. And you're just going to try to push your legs up to the ceiling. See how I'm going up? It's actually harder. All right, so let's just do 10 of those. 9, you get a break right after this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So that's a reverse crunch. And I always say everybody can do reverse crunch. Okay, so I know it's awkward, it's not, but just try to get that done. Now, you get a reward right after that. So what I'm going to say is take this ball, lift up your bum, and put it underneath the sacrum, okay, to support the back. And then you're going to, one leg at a time, raise those legs straight up. And this is super fun. Like you could do this while you're watching Netflix or whatever. Hold on to the mat or hold on to the floor. And then you should alternate legs one at a time like that. Now when you alternate, it's an exhale down, okay? So it's and inhale up, and exhale down, and inhale up, and exhale. Good. Now while you're doing this, I just want to tell you that it's always exhale down, inhale up, at least in this particular exercise. We can change it up if you want. But it's also, like Pilates asks us to lower the leg and put it back to where you started before you try the other leg. So it has to be very specific, precise movement. Down and up, exhale down and up. So I would say 10 of those, okay? We're at about 10 now. And then just to release those inner thighs, again, really good to get inner thigh strength for knees, you can do lateral scissors, okay? So lateral scissors, if I move over a little bit, you're just doing an open and crisscross like that. Crisscross, crisscross. And it should be really kind of fun. And it just feels so good. And again, you could do this while you're watching Netflix, okay? I would say 10 of those. 9, good. 8, 7, 6, whoops, 5, 4, 3, just open as wide as you can, 2, and 1. And then with your bum on the ball, go to happy baby. So my legs are in a big old V, I got my knees bending, I'm holding on behind the thighs. And you can actually go to butterfly stretch from here, which are feet together, knees open, and just letting the knees flop open, releasing those inner thighs and just letting everything chill out. The glutes might kick in to protect your back, but don't worry, this is more of a restorative pose, okay? Now bend your knees, press your feet, pick up your bum, and grab the ball. Again, we're gonna sit up nice and tall. Whew, let me see what else I have going on over here. So next on the docket is we are going to go to the ballet bar, okay? So I'm gonna pick up the video at the bar. I'll see you right over there. Okay, so I'm going over to my ballet bar here. If you don't have a ballet bar at home, which most people don't, you can definitely just use your kitchen counter, okay? So we're gonna do plie squats here and then rolling through the feet. Now plie squats are really good for inner thighs and to protect the knee. You're working on not just the inner thigh, but the vastus medialis, which is the inside part of your quad that draws the kneecap up. Just really good for that strength so you can walk pain-free. So I am going to hold onto the bar like this. I'm not gonna turn my back to you the entire time, but just so you set yourself up, you're gonna stand with your feet in a turnout, wider than you think you can go, okay? And then before you begin, there's a slight bend in the knee. I want you to squeeze your bum. Slight bend in the knee, like a softness behind the knee. And you're going to open those knees nice and wide and then squeeze your bum when you lift, okay? So most people, when they do a plie, they're gonna bring their, I'll give you a sideways view, they go like this, and they bring their chest down, okay? So you don't want that, because look at me. I'm putting my chest forward and a lot of pressure on the front line of the body. That's not what we're doing. We're trying to get out of pain. So you're gonna try to give me a nice wide plie, wider than you think you can go. And really important, you're gonna squeeze your bum before you begin. Because again, we just activated the glutes with the bridging. That's what you wanna do first. So it's a plie, holding onto your kitchen counter and squeezing your bum when you lift. And imagine you have like a tray of drinks and now on the top of your head, or like a cup of water. And when you lift up your shoulder, you wanna just not spill that glass of water. Your shoulders are stapled over your hips. So it's squat, squeeze your bum to lift. I can't say it enough, squeeze your bum when you lift. I used to teach bar classes all the time. Every single time I would be like, plie, squeeze your bum, plie, squeeze your bum. Now to fight gravity, we're gonna roll through the feet and do our plies right now. You're going to exhale when you lift up. It's always inhale down, exhale when you lift. When you do a squat, standing here, holding onto your kitchen counter with the TRX anytime, okay? It's inhale down, exhale up. Why? Because you're fighting gravity. You want your abs and your core in control when you stand up, okay? Right, that's my big joke. We're fighting gravity, but god damn it, we're doing it all together, okay? So I hope you guys catch that pro tip. Inhale down, exhale up. Okay, we're gonna do 10. You ready? Here we go. It's 10. Squeeze your bum. Inhale, exhale 9. Inhale, exhale 8. Again, holding onto that kitchen counter. 6. Breathe in, breathe out. 5. Nice wide stance. 4. Squeeze your bum. Breathe in, breathe out. 3. And 2. And last one. Now you're gonna hold it down. Lift up your heels. Whoop. Straighten the legs and then release. This is called rolling through the feet. We're gonna try it 10 times. Now again, when you lift up, you're not gonna lock that knee, okay? Really important. So, holding on, it's squat, lift the heels, straighten, release 1. Squat, lift, straighten, 2. Breathe in, breathe out. This is 4. Straighten, release, chest up, 5. Straighten, release, 6. Lift the heels, straighten, release. 3 more, lift, straighten, release. 2 more, lift, straighten, squeeze your bum, release. Last one, lower, lift, straighten, release. Rolling through the feet 10 times after your plie, squeeze your bottom, okay? Great job. We'll see you back on the mat in 2 secs. Okay, so I'm back on the mat and we're gonna now connect the dots between the glute strengthening, your core engagement, and your hips, okay? So we're gonna do something called a leg slide. So when you lie down on the mat and your feet are hip distance, you're gonna keep this left side steady and you take your right knee and let it drop off to the side. You straighten and lengthen the leg and then you exhale, you drag it back up. So this is easier with socks. You're gonna drop, extend, pull it back up, and you're gonna try 3 more of those. Breathe in, breathe out, pull it back up. 2 more, this is a 1 leg slide at a time. You can put your hands on your hips just to keep it nice and steady. Good, how about last one, just for good measure. And then we'll do 5 with the left. Drop, extend, draw back up. Breathe in, breathe out. This is called leg slide. So what you're doing is you're breathing out, drawing the knee back up. 2 more, and you're engaging the core with this leg movement. 1 more time, drop and extend, drag it back up. Excellent. Now we're gonna do a quick little core thing here. So let's imprint, raise the legs to tabletop, arms over the chest, and you're gonna drop 1 leg and the opposite arm at the same time. Okay, so let's try 10. So it's 10 and 9 and 8 and 7. Breathe out when you lower. 6, breathe in, breathe out. 5, breathe in. 4, inhale, exhale. 3, 2, and last 1. Hug these to chest, give yourself a little rock side to side. Now we're gonna do side lying work from here. Super important. Side lying is really good for hips and knees and everything else. So you're gonna lie on the side here and come up to the elbows. Bend this knee, bottom knee to chest, excuse me, and the top leg is gonna come in the front of the mat. Think about a triangle. Up in the back of the mat. Now you're trying to keep your hips straight, perpendicular to the floor. So you put your hand on your hip or you put your hand on the mat to give yourself a little kickstand, but it's up in the front, up in the back for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, you're going to take the top leg and either bend it like this. If that hurts, you can just let your right top leg rest. Take your bottom leg, okay? This is hard. And you're lifting the bottom leg straight up. Hips are steady for 10. This is targeted inner thigh work. 9, 8, 7. You can do it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll change sides, okay? So you're lying on your side. Side lying work is so incredibly good for you. Then you're gonna take that leg, triangles in the front and in the back for 10. Whoops, I'm gonna hit that strap. This is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, my back just cracked. 4, so good for you. 3, 2, and last 1. Now you can either bend the top knee and grab it, or you could just let this rest, but the bottom leg, okay? You're going to pick it back up 10 times. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really, really good for you. Okay, now this last thing is not easy, and it's called heel squeeze prone. A lot of what we do in Pilates is, again, strengthening the back line, the posterior chain, the back of the body, the glutes, the hamstrings, and the back. So to bring your chest up, shoulders back. It's all good. It fixes your posture, and it keeps you out of pain, keeps the body functioning in a balanced manner. I just want to give you that little pep talk because this is hard, okay? So you lie prone on your stomach, and it's called heel squeeze prone. So it's a very simple exercise, but what you want to do is, if this hurts your knee, I'll give you an option in 1 second, but your legs are like a diamond, so your knees are kind of off the side of the mat, and heels together, toes apart, and all you do is squeeze your heels as hard as you can, and you let it go, okay? So 10 times, you can bend your elbows, bring your forehead flat on the mat, and squeeze, shh, let it go. Breathe in, breathe out, shh, 9, inhale, so you squeeze and hold it, 8, breathe in, breathe out, 7, 6, 5, good job, 4, breathe in, breathe out, squeeze and hold, 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, so let's talk. If this diamond shape is hurting the knee, then don't do that. But also, there's another thing called single leg hamstring curls. So you're lying down flat, and one leg at a time, you're going to pull it in. You're going to flex, point, flex, let it go, and you can alternate. So we'll do 9 more, okay? Flex, point, flex, let it go. 8, point, flex, let it go. Flex, point, flex. And 6, good job. Just one leg at a time, activating the hamstrings. 4, good. So it's 1, 2, 3, flex, point, flex, let it go. And 2 more. And here we go. Now, you can also bend each knee. Try to pull your heel into the bum as much as you can. What you're trying to do is activating the hamstring, and then you lift your knee up a little bit off the mat. Could be like a bonus to you, or just for a second, and then try the other one. Your knees are not in a turnout now. They're straight into the hip, and you're going to squeeze your heel to the bum, and if you can elevate the knee just a little tiny, tiny bit, that would be great. Now, of course, we're going to take a child's pose after this. So you're going to press your palms the best you can. If this hurts the knee, then we'll stand up to forward fold. But I'll give you an option, child's pose. Curling back to the heels if you can. Or you're going to take a forward fold. Bend the knees. Hold on your elbows and sway a little side to side. I'll turn so you can see what I'm doing. Good, release the hands, straight out your head, no, 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 yes, yes, yes. Pull your stomach in, roll through the spine, dragging your arms with you. And then of course we can take that side bend stretch. Always want to do this at the end, side bend. And then any chance you can get when you're driving a car at a red light or whatever, just kind of looking over your shoulder, look up and down, trying to get that healthy rotation through the thoracic or the mid-back. Looking over your shoulder, up and down. Good. All right, I hope that feels good this week. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much. Bye now.